So in 2017, we got the adpocalypse. PewDiePie played a part in destroying the revenue streams for so many creators on this website. And over the course of 2017, it has been slowly rebuilding itself to the point where it's getting there. It's not perfect, but it is definitely getting there. Fast forward to 2018, the first day of 2018, in fact, January the 1st, 2018. And Logan Paul may just cause Adpocalypse 3.0. Or did he? Hey, how's it going, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? My name is Doodles. Now this video may be slightly more depressing, slightly more heavy than the sort of stuff that we are used to on this channel. But a lot of stuff goes on YouTube outside of the music community, whether it's drama, whether it's just stuff in general going down. And I always have opinion more often than not about the subjects, but I don't really have a platform to talk about them outside of just tweeting about them. And so I thought for 2018, why not start uploading videos just directly onto this channel, talking about it. I've made channels in the past that have been dedicated to different aspects of YouTube, whether it's gaming, whether it's trying to focus more on drama. So if I did briefly try and focus on the drama, the YouTube news stuff, and trying to maintain multiple channels is just really, really hard. And it's not something that I want to try and do, because then a channel just dies. I stop uploading to a channel a few months after it's created, then it just sort of dies a death. And it's pretty pointless doing it. So why not just talk about the stuff on this channel and sort of make them more relatable to you guys and the people that watch this channel already. And today we're going to be talking about Logan Paul. So if you have been living under a rock, you may not have heard of Logan Paul or his brother Jake Paul. You actually might be more familiar with the name Jake Paul, and despite the fact that Logan Paul has approximately 3 million more subscribers than Jake. But Jake Paul's been in the news across 2017, whether it's the mainstream media news or YouTube news from channels such as Drama Alert and Scarce. Jake Paul has been everywhere in 2017, and now it is Logan's turn. Kicking off 2018 with a bang, Logan Paul created the first piece of YouTube controversy, which actually did reach mainstream media, which is something that I was really surprised about. I saw news articles written by British radio stations, British newspapers, literally across the world. People were talking about this thing, and they were going to talk about it a little bit today. So recently, Logan Paul has been travelling the world a little bit. He's been leaving his home in LA to fly across the world and visit some new places, vlog about them, and show his audience all the great things that he's getting up to. He's been in China, I think, and now he's currently in Japan. And recently, he and his group of friends went to a famed forest in Japan that is really well known for being a suicide forest. His nickname, the Suicide Forest, and that's because it's a massive secluded forest, miles and miles, I believe. Just from the images that I've seen, it looks absolutely huge. Really secluded, and it's a place where people go to commit suicide, people go to die peacefully in their own way, without anyone being able to find them, anyone being able to talk them out of it. Just be able to go there and do what they feel needs to be done, which is absolutely depressing, but unfortunately that is just something that happens in the world. Now, there's a good chance that some of you people watching this video may have experienced suicidal thoughts in the past. You may have even attempted suicide, and I'm not going to lie, I've had suicidal thoughts in the past, especially in the years after my mother passed away when I was fairly young. I was only, I think, 10 at the time, and pretty much through my teenage years, even going into my adulthood, I've struggled with suicidal thoughts on and off. Not too often, but they have been there. And it's why this sort of subject, when this sort of like controversy started, that it is definitely something that sort of piqued my interest, and definitely something that I want to talk about. But basically, Logan Paul with his group of friends go into this forest, and he's wearing a Toy Story hat, a Toy Story alien hat, which looks absolutely stupid. And the sort of thing that maybe if you're talking about this sort of heavy subject, that you should maybe not wear a stupid hat, because that kind of just makes fun of the whole thing. And you may be asking, why the hell am I criticising someone's hat when I'm wearing a Pokemon hat? And well, ladies and gentlemen, Logan Paul has a pretty nice head of hair, and I've got to say, I'm slightly jealous of it, and I am actually going bald, which is why I am wearing this hat. Basically, this is Logan Paul's reaction.
I think there's someone hanging right there. I'm not even f***ing kidding. Do you see it? I'm not even. This isn't a f***ing joke, guys. I told you.
No.
I think you're f***ing right.
What the?
Oh my god.
No.
Dude, what the heck? Camera, let's go.
So although he might very well be in a state of shock, his reaction pretty much seems like he's made a joke out of it. His on-screen reaction makes a mockery of it, in my opinion. And you can even see one of the girls in Logan Paul's a group of friends smirking and laughing about it.
I'm not even f***ing kidding. Do you see it?
And I will say that I've never found a dead body, I've never came across one, so I don't know what my reaction would be. Would I laugh out of pure shock? Maybe. But what I wouldn't do is record it, or if I was happening to be recording at the time, I wouldn't take that footage, edit it into a video and then upload it for my audience, which is primarily sort of 7 to 13-year-old girls to watch. Now, my niece is a Jake Pauler. That is actually something I'm really embarrassed about saying. But my niece is 11 years old and she's a fully fledged Jake Pauler. I believe my other niece actually prefers Logan Paul. I think she is 9. So, as you can see, the audience of Jake and Logan Paul are fairly young girls. And subjecting them to a dead body, a clearly dead body, not a fake one in a movie or a TV show, a real life person who had a family, who had a job, who had feelings, who had aspirations in life, a real person, that's not the sort of thing that a 9 or 11-year-old girl should be seeing. Now, when I first saw this story, I actually thought it was taking the piss. I thought someone was taking the piss and it basically photoshopped the thumbnail together, basically just as a clickbait thing, just as a joke, just as a meme, because the video title talks about the fact that he found a dead body in the woods, and the thumbnail is actually Logan Paul's stupid expression while wearing that Toy Story hat with the body hanging. And I don't know whether the image was photoshopped on top of a separate image or whether he actually selfied in front of it. I think it actually looks like an image from the video was clipped out and placed over a picture of the dead body. But basically, a lot of thought went into that thumbnail. That wasn't just a screen grab from the video. Someone took a pause of Logan Paul mid-video, cropped it out carefully, cropped it out of the video, took a picture, took a still frame of the video, whether it was from the video or whether it was actually a still frame image, and placed the two together in the knowing that they would get a shit ton of views out of this, and they did. They got 6 million views out of this video before it was removed by Logan Paul. And you think that was bad? YouTube put it on their trending page. That is right. It got to at least number 10 on the YouTube trending page before Logan Paul removed it. So YouTube, who apparently handpick their trending videos. A lot of people have said that in the past that YouTube have been paid off to promote videos. That's why you see some videos in there which might only have 30,000-40,000 views, and they're clearly not trending, because a trending video would be sort of at least 1 million views plus in the first 24 hours. So YouTube handpicked these videos, and they saw a video where Logan Paul clearly shows a dead body, and they decided that, yeah, this is what everyone who watches YouTube, the trending page is basically, this is the best that YouTube has to offer right now. This is what we want you to watch. And YouTube themselves said that we should be watching a dead body hanging from a tree. So in an effort to do damage control, Logan Paul removed the video and released a pretty shitty statement that read, "Where do I begin? Let's start with this. I'm sorry. This is a first for me. I've never faced criticism like this before because I've never made a mistake like this before. I'm surrounded by good people and believe I make good decisions, but I'm still a human being. I can be wrong. I didn't do it for views. I get views. I did it because I thought I could make a positive ripple on the internet, not cause a monsoon of negativity. That's never the intention. I intend to raise awareness for suicide and suicide prevention, and while I thought if this video just saves one life, it'll be worth it, I was misguided by shock and awe as portrayed in the video. I still am. I do this shit every day. I've made a 15-minute TV show every single day for the past 460 plus days. One may understand that it's easy to get caught up in the moment without fully weighing the possible ramifications. I'm often reminded of how big of a reach I truly have, and with great power comes great responsibility. For the first time in my life, I'm regretful to say I handled that power incorrectly. It won't happen again. I love everyone. I believe in people. I'm out here. Peace. Logang for life." Now, while some people may take that for what it is and see it as a meaningful apology, it seems pretty much like damage control written by a YouTuber. If this sort of shit happens in real life, in the mainstream media, or a newspaper, a TV show, something happens, if there's some sort of controversy, they always release a statement saying this does not reflect the views of blah 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 blah, and they have like a generic statement, and this kind of seems like a generic statement written by a 20-year-old that has no experience doing press releases and damage control. So although I somewhat believe that he's remorseful for releasing the video upsetting so many people, I believe he's more sorry that he got all the negative backlash that he did. I think that Logan Paul truly thought that this was an acceptable thing to do, and clearly YouTube did too, which is more disturbing. And when PewDiePie had the whole anti-Semitic controversy happened with him, where he had the Nazi imagery, he paid the people on Fiverr to say death to all Jews, subscribe to Keemstar, PewDiePie got dropped from pretty much everywhere. He lost his premium ad rate privileges, he lost his YouTube Red Show, and pretty much he was just dropped as the golden boy of YouTube. And from the ashes of the PewDiePie scandal rose Logan and Jake Paul. They were already making waves on YouTube, but once PewDiePie was off the top spot, they needed a new dog, and the Paul brothers came, stepped up to the plate, and became the one. So is this the sort of thing that could potentially cause Adpocalypse 3.0? Most definitely. Will it cause Apocalypse 3.0? Probably not. And I think that's what's even more shocking. Not that I wish my ad revenue away, because I'd barely get any ad revenue as it is, because I've only got a small channel. But I do hope that one day it will grow into something a bit more substantial, and it might start bringing a bit of ad revenue. So of course I don't want the Adpocalypse 3.0, but surely this is the sort of stuff that advertisers do not want their adverts showing on. But YouTube clearly aren't taking any steps to prevent that. They're clearly not taking any steps to stop their advertisers from pulling out, because they put this on the trending page. They thought this was a great video for advertisers. They thought this was a great video for advertisers to put ads on, which I'm surely McDonald's, Pepsi, Honda, Ford, etc. I'm sure all of them would absolutely love having their adverts placed in a video with a real life person hanging from a tree in it. And then speaking of trending, it seems though the first apology really didn't go over that well, and I think it was probably getting to the point where maybe shit was about to go down for Logan Paul and YouTube on a grand scale. Logan Paul issued a video apology on YouTube and on Twitter, and I truly do think that this was probably set up by YouTube. Pretty much told him that like shit's going to go down, we need to take action. Obviously we don't want to drop you as our guy, but we may have to if this doesn't sort itself out. So you best make an apology. We'll stick it on #1 on trending so the whole world sees it. It's currently got over 40 million views, and hopefully everything will all be good. We can show that this was a stupid mistake. We don't condone this. This shouldn't have happened, and hopefully the advertisers stay. And Logan Paul did release the apology video, which was a bit more heartfelt in a way. It did seem like he was reading off a script, basically doing his monotone voice, trying to act all serious, but it did seem very, very scripted. And hopefully that is enough to keep the advertisers on YouTube. I don't condone the actions of Logan Paul. I don't think the apology was 100% genuine, but hopefully it convinced the advertisers enough to let us keep our ad revenue. We spent 2017 trying to get our ad revenue back. We've got it mostly back, and I'd rather not go through that again if I can help it. And actually, just after I said that last sentence, I was on Twitter. I had Logan Paul's Twitter page post up on the screen. I clicked home, I went back, and the first tweet that I saw was someone that said that Logan Paul monetized his apology video, which is absolutely shocking. I actually wondered whether it was monetized, but I didn't get an ad in it when I actually did click on it. But Logan Paul just made a shit load of money from his apology video, which is absolutely shocking. Even on a basic ad rate, you would be looking at somewhere between $14,000 and $30,000 for that 1 minute 45 apology video. But with a premium ad rate, I could well believe that it would be closer to $50,000, maybe even more, for an apology video for a scandal that he caused. So basically, Logan Paul is profiting madly off this whole thing. And even if he didn't monetize, apparently the original video, he got a lot of people talking, a lot of new people watching his videos, and he made a shitload of money off this controversy. And that is what's more disgusting, I think, or just as, it's not as disgusting, but it's still very disgusting, the fact that he has made so much money off this controversy. He made money off someone's death, and I really hope that Logan Paul monetized the video to donate all the ad revenue to suicide prevention charities to really help out people that are in need, hopefully help keep these charities going, to make sure that people who are thinking about committing suicide can get the help that they need, and they can hopefully not go through with it. Because obviously suicide is an awful thing, it's a part of life, and it's something that shouldn't be part of life. And if this controversy, if something can come from this and help stop even one person from committing suicide, then it'll be a positive thing. But overall, yeah, it just shouldn't have happened. There's plenty of better ways to go about it. There's plenty of better ways to raise awareness for suicide than showing someone actually committing suicide. I don't even know what I'm talking about now. I think I'm starting to ramble too much. I'm going to end this video here, guys. I just want to literally just get this off my chest. I've been thinking about the last couple of days since the whole controversy, be sort of getting my opinions of it. And I just sort of want to talk about it, just sort of get it out there. And we'll just leave it at that. Like I said, I'm going to try and do more videos like this. This is the first one that I've done like this really on this channel. So I'm getting the swing of it. So if it was a little bit all over the place, it was a little bit unplanned. It was just sort of a spur of the moment thing where I thought, yeah, I'm going to do it. I've been thinking about it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to talk about it. And that is what I've done. Obviously, if I talk about everything over time, obviously they'll start to take a bit more shape. We'll start to get a bit more of a routine going. And then we'll start to get a bit more of a layout going with the videos, how it's the flow, stuff like that. But let me know what you think. Did you watch the Logan Paul video? What do you think of the whole scandal? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you've enjoyed this video today, make sure you hit the like button. If you're new to the channel and want to see more videos like this, all the music stuff that I do on my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. My name is Doodles. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.